Well guys, welcome back to the channel. I apologize for the lack of videos this week. It was completely unintentional. I recorded 3 different videos this week and every single one of them I had to toss. Actually 4 different videos I filmed this week had to toss. It was not up to my satisfaction at all, which is very unfortunate, and it happened day after day of recording. It was just an off week for me. So I do apologize for the lack of videos, but I'm coming back with a video for you guys today with an update on the Hawkeyes. You guys a sneak peek of what was supposed to be a whole YouTube video, but is taking way longer. I am cutting up a brand new OEM harness that I bought to hopefully give it more of a tucked look. As you guys can see, I've started and have a few different connections done. But there's things I have either broken that I'm waiting for to come in, new clips that I've broken, and truthfully, wiring takes forever. Yesterday, I was here at 8 a.m. till 4:30, and then I got here at 9:30, stayed till 12, and it was just a nightmare, and that's pretty much all I got done, so that was quite unfortunate. But I thought I would at least make you guys a video of the update and what the plans are with the Hawkeyes. When I first picked these cars up, I was kind of joking around, playing around with the idea of doing a revamped high-low series, but how I would do it. And then somewhat unexpectedly, a lot of you guys actually wanted me to do that series, so that is what I have been trying to do for you guys. But if you guys have followed along, you guys know that I got both motors pulled and stripped down. This motor had rod knocked on cylinder, I forgot what cylinder already, but it had 1 spun bearing, and then this other Hawkeye had not only 1 piston break, it had 3 out of the 4 pistons break on us, so this had some gnarly ringland failure. But we got those motors torn down, and now we are in the building process. I'm kind of needing your guys' help as well. There's a few ideas of what I want to do, but I'm kind of going back and forth. And I've had some mixed opinions on what I wanted to do, but I'll give you guys a quick rundown. So this Hawkeye would be the low car, this one would be the high car, just because of how the body condition is. Nothing else separates them two. But for the low car, I was really thinking of doing like a stock location turbo, stock location intercooler, everything upgraded of course, and then on the high car, doing like a front mount intercooler, an ETS rotated kit, maybe like a Process West on the high car while retaining the stock one on low car. And that would be pretty much the gist power wise. I keep running into issues of what I want to do fueling wise. My issue is I can buy ID 1050s for the low car and then maybe like ID 1700s for high car, but the price differences is not much, and they're the same injector, just obviously bigger injector. And the price point isn't that much, but I don't know if I should run like a different brand injector. Obviously, I want to use like higher quality parts, because when you start using low quality, like I don't know, like some eBay injectors or something like that, that's when you can run into issues and blow up your car. So fueling is an issue I have been running into. Maybe I just run the same fuel system on both cars. Maybe I run like ID, maybe 1300s or ID 1700s on both cars. Not quite sure. Clutches is one thing I can change up though. For example, maybe I can run just like a regular ACT street clutch. Maybe I could run like a Exetti twin disc in high car because it will be making more power. Things like that I can change up a little bit, but for a lot of the other accessories, they're gonna be the same. Like both cars are gonna be getting an AOS because AOSs help keep your motor alive, and not running an AOS is kind of silly. So both cars will get like AOSs, same boost controllers, all that stuff that makes a car reliable. Both aftermarket oil pans with baffled pickups, both aftermarket radiators, stuff like that that actually help your car. I would like to keep the same just because it is still going to be a quality build. But I can 100% confirm one of the turbos will be the BCP X500R, their new turbo that makes crazy power on a stock inlet size. So that car was going to be going on low car, and then I was going to put like a precision 6466 on high car and see the comparison between a stock inlet size, stock location turbo versus an ETS rotated kit. So if you guys have a preference on whether you'd like to see both cars stock location, or you guys do like the idea of a rotated versus a stock location, make sure to let me know. I really like the idea of the ETS rotated kit versus a stock location. But another main thing I'm going to be changing, like I've mentioned when I bought these cars, I told you guys they're both getting built motors right off the bat because obviously both motors were hurt, but I think I'm changing that as well. High car will still be getting the built motor. Of course, I already have parts for that. But I think on low car, I'm going to build a stock RA motor. One reason for that is I have plenty of rods and I have pistons that are brand new, literally brand new, that I could use for low car. One reason that it might be a good idea doing that is for the more budget friendly people out there that want to make a good amount of power, but they don't want to go and buy their built motor yet. They want to have fun on their stock motor. I think that that would be a good example to do on the low car. Just put a stock motor back in it. Show you guys how long a stock motor can live at a reasonable amount of power. And so I can show you guys what is expected when you are making a good amount of power on a stock EJ, let's say. Because still a ton of people out there like to think that an RA short block, like a 100% stock RA block, can handle 600, 700 wheel and never blow up, which is not true at all. I think that is the game plan. It will be getting a stock motor. Obviously, when it goes, it will be getting a built motor again, and then probably we'll be changing the setup a little bit for more power. But I think for the sake of the series, it makes more sense to do a stock motor and low car. Let me know what you guys think about that. Jumping back to the fueling options, as I was recording, I was thinking of this could be a possibility too. Maybe on the low car, I retain the stock hanger, maybe put like the 340 AM pump or maybe a 450 into the stock hanger. But maybe on high car, I go ahead and get like the Radium dual hanger with two 450s and high car to have a more beefed up fuel system. That is a possibility as well. Like as I say, there's a million different ways I can do this. I'm just trying to pick the very best way. Or maybe even on high car, I go ahead and throw the new V8 turbo kit on high car. I won't be doing that, but that would be pretty funny. Maybe if I get bored in the future, after this car is sitting after its season, that might be kind of fun to just swap turbo kits and turn it up and see how much power it would make. I think that'd be kind of funny. But speaking of the V8 STi, this car should be hitting the dyno pretty damn soon here. The game plan right now, it is Saturday the 11th. You guys might be watching this the same day, not quite sure. Regardless, Monday or Tuesday, this car goes back to fabrication. The ABS needs to be relocated into like the fender so it clears out that space. The power steering will be going. I don't know if I've told you guys this yet, but I am converting it to an electronic steering rack. I have the 18 WRX subframe with the electronic rack back there, and then I have the harness somewhere in this shop. It's kind of a mess right now after a few days of failed videos. Then after we get this car back from fab, it shouldn't take more than just like a few days. It is a pretty simple thing. They probably hate when I say it's a simple thing, but it's not like a super time consuming, like a whole new custom turbo kit. So we should have this car back within a few days. And once we do get it back, we can throw on this new turbo kit, because I'm gonna keep the turbo kit on now so I can drive the car down there, not have to trailer it, and more of a headache. So we get the car back from fab, we could throw the new turbo kit on, and then just the other day, my fuel system came in. Now it's all kind of displaced here, but I have my 40 feet of dash 10 feed and return, a new beefy fuel pressure regulator, fuel filter, all my fittings that I need. With the exception, I think 3 fittings I have to try to find locally, but not a big deal. But then we can get that fuel system made, mocked up, hopefully try to fit it into this car. A dash 10 feed and return is going to be a very, very tight fit where the fuel hanger is. So hopefully we can make something work to make that happen. But once this happens, this car should have no issue making well over 1,000 now. So I'm very, very excited, especially because it is becoming race season now. We're getting into spring, so tracks will slowly start opening up, and I want to try to hit as many events as possible this year. But with these Hawkeyes, unfortunately guys, I really wish that this series would have already been ended by now, at least the high-low series. Obviously, there's still millions of plans for these cars, but the sad reality of it is parts are just really expensive. I guess I didn't quite think it through a whole lot when I first bought the 2 Hawkeyes. I didn't think it'd be as bad as it was, but as I'm sitting there writing everything I need and getting the cost of everything, it is quite ridiculous, and I don't want to put myself in a bad position just trying to get parts for these cars. So slowly stuff is showing up, and I'm really thankful that companies are starting to work with us a little bit. Rally Sport, as of last week, is starting to help out the channel and these builds a lot as well. So if you guys are in the market for any Subaru parts, head over to Rally Sport Direct, use my code Remmy STi, it will save you 15% off, but they are gonna be a huge help with these builds. But please make sure to let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see on one of the cars, on both of the cars. I'm here to make content for you guys, so whatever you guys want to see, I will try my very best to make happen. Obviously, if it's really outside the budget right now, I won't be able to make that happen. But if there's anything you guys want to see, make sure to drop a comment and I will try to make that happen as much as possible. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.